Hello, welcome to the madness that is my garage. I'm Cram Snicken. Cram Snicken for you. I don't know if you can hear anything. I've been having technical difficulties. It's depressing. Anyway, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. If you're here, I see a person say, I can hear you or I cannot hear you. Or don't. It's really up to you. What is it? It's Sunday afternoon. It's a nice-ish fall day. I've got the garage door at a nice 45-degree angle. There's a lot of light coming in. And my dog's chilling outside in the sun. Yeah. What do I have to talk about today? Well, I tried to stream twice last night. It got cut off. That didn't work. If this isn't recording, that's going to be awkward for just having blank videos in the world. I don't know. Gonna mess with some buttons. I feel like that was the song of my cable troubles. Cables. You ever have one of those days where you want to be social, you want to hang out, but it doesn't happen? It's a coffee and cigarette kind of afternoon. Where you sit under the sunshine with your friends in the outdoors. And you talk about life and yourself and, I don't know, your idealisms. Your failures. It's one of those kinds of days, and I don't have those kinds of friends anymore. Not in a, short distance. It's sad. And that was my song about missing my friends, moving apart, and wishing we could sit outside and have coffee. I'm going to slow it down. I don't know why. It just feels right now in the moment. So, what is even mildly interesting? Within arm's reach, I've got a really old book called Wonders of the Past. And it's got a lot of pictures that obviously I'm not going to show you because I don't even really show my face. But the architecture is amazing. And it really makes me question our history, all in all. Those of you who know that I'm really into like the whole Tartarian thing. The idea of Tartaria. Da-da! What is Tartaria? Supposedly it was an empire that was like global, and all these people were fucking artistic as shit. They also might have been bigger than we are, and that there's attributes to architecture all over the world that kind of connects to this being a civilization that was a most recent annihilated civilization. You've heard about Atlantis. This is like an Atlantis type civilization where it sounds like they had a lot of good things going for themselves and then they destroyed themselves with technology, which I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like we're on the brink of for ourselves in this world. And, you know, we're talking about frequencies and 5G and then frequencies on all these other levels and how do they intersect, intertwine, over correlate? I don't know. I don't want to be afraid of it, but it is disconcerting. And all this stuff with frequencies, what we're learning is like everything is vibrational frequency. It can be mapped out to some degree if we're able to actually harness and hone in on certain frequencies and give it a physical representation via like the sand experiments with sound frequency. You can see that these shapes emerge from the frequency. You add that into Emoto's work with the affecting the vibrational frequency of water and these geometric shapes either being beautiful and cohesive and balanced or absolutely kind of atrocious and imbalanced. So if everything is putting off frequency and sound is a frequency, color is a frequency, objects are frequency, we are frequency, places, certain places have concentrated frequency. I like to kind of mess with frequency. For those who know or want to know, a place that I like to go is this website. N is in nitrous, A is in abomination, 5, the number 5, the 5th number in the numerical system, B as in bumblebee.com. All right. This is an online streaming scanner, and you can hone in on frequencies. And something that's happening right now in current events, California wants to ban ham radios, and ham radio is really important when it comes to being able to reach distances in case of an emergency, and people use it. Okay, so now I'm streaming NA5B, and I can mess with these frequencies. Some of them, so there's all kinds of bands. Let's see what this. It's mariachi. Yeah. That's pretty popular. So there's different bandwidths you can get on. MW 160, 80M, 40M, 30M, 25M, 20M, 15M, 10M. Then you can go VFO, AB, or A equals B. And then you can hone in on the frequency even closer with different modes: AM, FM, USB, LSB, and CW. And so you can hear like people on CBs, I think. This is worldwide. Picked up different countries. So let's see here. Let's break some stuff. I want to say thank you to my Yamaha PSR 6 that I got at the Goodwill for super cheap. So this is fun because it's just, I don't know, see what you can find. I can change the hertz or kilohertz wavelength. And I mean, this is probably annoying for other people, but I enjoy whatever. Okay, so I can see these bandwidths and how they're, so this one has a lot of variety. That's when I go wider. Now I'm honing in on it. Okay, so right now I'm kind of straddling frequencies. We'll go over here. Howdy, Andre. I'm kind of multitasking right now. It's fucking weird. I hope you're enjoying yourself. um, yeah, let's see. So California, they want to ban ham radio, which is a way for people to communicate using these frequencies that exist around us that we aren't paying much attention to and take for granted. And with things going on in the world, it's a shame to take away or try and take away these people are doing not only for their own curiosity, but for the sake of potential safety, security, and well-being in the future. I know that what I'm putting out here is not at all representative of, um, the best use of these frequencies. These What I do is part of my experiments, and, I'm not this for anything other than sound experiments and integrating frequencies with what I choose. So these things are happening obviously concurrently in reality somewhere else. And I'm not even getting necessarily the finer bits. Um, I can get as close or as far away as I really want to. I'm more into the sound of it and the frequency it's on versus the content exactly. Like, listen how creepy that is. Go right here. And all of a sudden we're in Spain. When you watch these waveforms, you can see anomalies. You can kind of tell what kind of broadcast is happening by the strength of the frequency being streamed. This one here is a lot lighter. Can't I hone in on it? We can see. It's going wider. That's not better. You go narrow. Oh. See that dramatic shift? Like, I can I can hone in on stuff. Sometimes there's something, other times it's just static. So this is also a light band here. But a bigger one. It all just sounds like nonsense, I'm sure. All right. We're back to Spain. Let's go to Saudi. All right. Um, that's enough of that for now. Anyway, these frequencies are really interesting, and anomalies that you can see within the visual feed are interesting too, because sometimes, like basically, a stream of frequency just goes in a straight upward line with variations in that with pitch and stuff. It's kind of the way that you would see it in a sound program. Instead of going horizontal, it goes on the vertical, moving upward. Um, but these anomalies come through this bandwidth of frequency that look like shooting stars, and they'll cross many bandwidths. I haven't been able to catch what that sounds like as it's moving through, but this as a constant feed is really, really interesting. And sometimes you can find stuff that kind of sounds like Morse code. Oh, Gander R. Volmet. This is frequency 13270.0025 M on the USB mode. There's frequencies that just give you the time on a beeping scale. It's very interesting. Like that certain feeds, they're feeding, but there's not really much on it. But every once in a while, you can find some good foreign music and some beats to sample. Um, so the stuff that I'm kind of listening to here also sounds like the things that I hear when I'm trying to go to sleep. Ever since I got fillings in my head when I was a kid, um, I felt like I could pick up radio frequencies. And when I had braces, it was even worse. But I still have amalgamated fillings in my head. The braces are gone. Um, these kind of being able to pick up on faint frequency hasn't changed. Um, it's primarily amplified through white noise, trying to have a fan going, which I find really, calming, as many people do. But in the beginnings of trying to fall asleep, if I'm restless, that's when the frequencies are really wide. And most often I hear mariachi music. The other night I heard a very lovely Baroque waltz played on harpsichord, and it's really rare that I am able to tune in just enough to tell more about the music style or um, the nuance of it. And so the other night when I heard the Baroque music, it's like flip over on the other side. It's like changing a channel and I'll hear something else. And I started hearing this kind of swamp rock, gritty stuff. And I was able to hear kind of the chorus, "I ain't going back there no more." And at first I thought of Hit the Road Jack, "Don't come back no more, no more, no more." But it wasn't that. It was this gritty swamp rock. So the next day I Googled the lyrics that I could hear, and I found a song that the intonation and the overall like vibration that it gave out was very similar. So, um, take that for what it is or what you think it might be. All right. I've been on here for almost a half hour, coming up on time to like pull some food out of the oven and get down on that. Uh, this was fun. I hope that my stream didn't cut out again. It looks like the microphone dots are still registering. So this is a good time to say, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.